All right, we are ready to talk to you about the new products from the doTERRA convention that we just had a couple of weeks ago. And some of you may have gotten some of these products, and some of them are in the mail, or maybe you're waiting until next month where you'll be able to buy this whole collection as of October 1st. That's my strategy. Some of the products I do have my hands on. Some of them are I've been learning a lot about, like the new probiotic that I'm really excited to share with you. Kimberly, what are your impressions of the convention kit?
Well, I haven't used everything yet, but I'm loving it. And we've got I'm so excited about the probiome product as well. It is okay, you're screen sharing. There we go. The oils are amazing. It's a lot simpler this year. We don't have as many products, but what we do have are amazing.
Yeah, there's some good ones. And I really appreciated how doTERRA goes back into a product and revamps it based on new research, new information. So you're really getting a great product that's very responsive to the clinical research that's available to the marketplace. So that's
And
very
that's what
cool.
they
Like
do every
that's
few years. If they find something that they feel is going to benefit the product even more, they add that to it. And that's what we're going to be talking to you about today, because they've improved on two amazing products that we've had for a long time. And I didn't realize they could be improved upon. And I'm excited
right.
about it's
Yeah.
just a simple little addition. So
Yeah, and then a product that people have been asking for too, which is
yes,
always nice to consider that doTERRA is listening
yes.
to our product recommendations. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start us off with the my screen going here. Yeah, there it is with the PB Restore product. You can all see that, right?
Yes.
Okay, super. Thanks. So, just a show of hands, how many of us are currently taking a probiotic? Yeah, and how many of us are taking the doTERRA probiotic? Okay, all right, cool. All right, so great. So one of the statistics that came out of convention is that 35% of the American adult population is taking a probiotic. But then the question is, are they taking the right one? Is it working? How do you know if you need a probiotic? And so I just thought I'd go through some of the signs and symptoms of um, what it looks like when you need to be taking a probiotic. So the first one is that you have been on an antibiotic, right? So consider that an antibiotic clears out all of that gut bacteria in your body. And so then you have to rebuild it. So if you've taken an antibiotic, then you definitely need to be taking a probiotic. But here's one that surprised me. If you eat GMO foods, they are sprayed with glyphosate, and
Mhm.
that acts as an antibiotic in your body.
Yep.
So you
Yep.
might not even be taking antibiotics, but you're exposed to antibiotics. So there's that concern as well. And how would we even know, right? Your immune system might need a little bit of a boost. And quite frankly, everybody's immune system needs a boost. You have digestive issues like gas, diarrhea, constipation, reflux, GERD. I mean, that is just rampant with so many people that I know. You have skin issues, and maybe they're frequent, maybe they're occasional, but you have breakouts, you have poor coloring, you have rapidly aging skin. Perhaps you're dealing with some mental health concerns. You feel a little depressed or anxious or moody, or you have brain fog. Maybe you're dealing with disrupted sleep or poor sleep, or you have stubborn weight concerns. Or and the last one that I didn't put on here, but I'll add now, is you're getting older. Oh no, not that. Right. So there's all kinds of things that can let you know that you could benefit from taking a probiotic. So some of these imbalances in the gut microbiota. So of course we have good bacteria and bad bacteria. And so when the bad bacteria runs rampant, some of these issues can be linked to IBS, IBD, obesity, type 2 diabetes, asthma, and allergies, and cancer, and Alzheimer's. All kinds of issues are related to this imbalance of the gut microbiome. So here are some fun facts, because I've given you kind of a heavy dose of disasters. But here's some fun facts. You have 3 to 5 pounds of microbes living on you and in you. So when you get on the scale and you're like, gosh darn it, then you can say, well, 5 pounds of that is microbiota. So blame it on your gut bacteria, right?
Oh
Here's
yeah.
another fun Here's another fun fact. You have I don't even know what this number looks like, 1,000 trillion bacterial cells, 1,000 trillion bacterial cells, and you only have 100 trillion human cells. So you're way more laden with bacteria than you are with human cells, which makes my head pop off. And then the other thing that I want you to know is that bacteria is really sneaky and it's adaptive. So we know already that when we take antibiotics, it actually makes bacteria stronger, right? It resists it morphs and changes so that it can survive that antibiotic. And that's a huge concern in the medical industry. But one thing that I learned is that some bacteria thrive in an inflammatory environment and that they can actually change the environment to help them thrive. So they can create inflammation in your body, which I thought was really interesting. So we have some work to do to try to get a more balanced gut bacteria, more balanced microbiome in the whole body. Why do we have this microbiome issue anyway? Well, here is another sort of crazy statistic, but 75% of the world's food is only coming from 12 plants and 5 animals. So just our food supply creates this lower diversity of microbiome. And I think about myself going into the grocery store and I always pick up the same vegetables. I get my cauliflower, my broccoli, I get some cucumbers and I get some carrots. Like it's always the same thing. So I'm going to challenge you to put something new in your grocery cart. Like go grab that kohlrabi, go get some beets, get something that is a little bit outside of your usual salad fare and see if you can start adding some more fruits and vegetables into your daily diets. Again, poor microbiome diversity is due to antibiotics. We're exposed to those glyphosates, as I mentioned, but the animal protein sources that we're consuming are raised in a monoculture, so they're not being fed the foods that are ideal for their health. So they're not getting that diversity in their food either. Our soils are depleted of their diverse microbiome. So you can see like it's a much bigger issue than just our own microbiome diversity. Too much stress, artificial sweeteners, processed foods, fatty liver disease, inflammation, and there's that sneaky age issue coming up again. So what organs are affected by your microbiomes? Well, it's anything that's exposed to the outside world, like your skin and your whole digestive tract. But then your digestive tract influences your brain health, your reproductive health, and your respiratory organs are exposed to the outside world too, like your nose, your throat, your lungs. So all of those organs become influenced by your microbiome. So when you take care of your microbiome with PB Restore Probiome Complex, your microbiome will take care of you. So that's my little tagline. Use this and the microbiome will take care of you. So the PB Restore is a unique full body delivery system inside a dual chamber capsule. And this capsule has the highest level of microbiome diversity for better digestion, improved brain health, healing and restful sleep, better oral health, radiant and gorgeous skin, and healthy gene expression. So when I think about some of the issues that we're all dealing with, this starts to become a root cause of some of these larger issues that we're trying to mask the symptoms or cure ourselves from. But if we don't attend to the microbiota, we're really on sort of this crazy Ferris wheel of chaos, I think. So I'd like to tell you that this little capsule contains live cells, a food source for the bacterial live cells, It contains a cleanup crew, these bacterial phages that help make more room for the good bacteria. And it also includes, sorry, I just lost my notes. It has 4 components to it, and it has a cleanup crew, live source, and it has metabolites, which are the end goal of your probiotics. Probiotics make metabolites. So metabolites are things like short chain fatty acids, and this will be resonating with you if you are dealing with stubborn weight loss. So those short chain fatty acids connect the brain to the gut. And when you have an incidence of too much gas in your system, that actually depletes the efficiency of the short chain fatty acids to communicate within that gut brain axis. The short chain fatty, the metabolites also help you create bioavailable vitamins. So if you get a blood test and you see that your B vitamins are low, it might mean that your body needs some help just absorbing those B vitamins. You might be eating those foods like oranges and bananas and peas that are supporting the body with B vitamins, but you don't have the ability to actually break it down and use it. The metabolites also give you protein building blocks, those amino acids, and neurotransmitters. So that's what's going to support the mood. So things like dopamine and GABA. So you can see that it's this huge topic to talk about the microbiome. And Kimberly and I were actually talking yesterday about the need for a deeper dive into digestive health, where we'll come more into these rather broad topics. But I think when you become more familiar with the language, it makes it easier to understand how it's going to benefit you and your health. So this isn't about a quick fix or masking unwanted symptoms. The PB Restore is really about improving the microbiome diversity and also supporting the environment in which the microbiome thrive to optimize whole body health for the long term. So you can see here, the little capsule looks just like the PB Assist that we're all familiar with. You can see it's a dual chamber capsule. But what you might not be able to see in this picture is that the outer capsule is kind of a milky substance. So I'd like to tell you what's inside the capsule. So the outer layer has 3 ingredients. It has a prebiotic fiber, which is what's feeding that healthy, beneficial bacteria. And it has the postbiotic, which is the metabolites that I mentioned a few minutes ago. And then it has these things called bacteriophages, which are healthy viruses. And they eat up, they have a cleaning crew, and they eat up the old bad bacteria. And that makes room for the probiotic, which is on the inside of that capsule. It's on the inside of the capsule because your stomach is such a harsh and acidic environment. And we want those probiotics to survive their journey through the stomach and land inside the large and small intestines, which is really where most of your digestion takes place. So the PB Restore, you could consider it like a supercharged PB Assist. It's, I think they said 3 times more effective than the PB Assist. It's the market leader in microbiome diversity. So you're not going to find another product on the marketplace that's as diverse as this. It's designed to get to the root cause of gut dysbiosis, which is gut health concerns. You'll be happy to know that it's gluten-free and sugar-free. And really, it's such a convenient and simple way to step in the direction of better health. But I would recommend, of course, that you have a healthy diet. You're adding more of those diversity of foods, exercise helps the microbiome, sleep helps the microbiome, managing your stress, like all these things that we talk to you about week after week. So I'd like you to imagine what it will feel like to wake up in the morning and have beautiful skin, normal bowel movements. Imagine having a responsive metabolism and waking up every day with enthusiasm and joy. I'm going to share some of the testimonials that I collected from the doTERRA convention. So some of the wellness advocates, a handful, are given some new products to try, and they try them for a time. They record their results, and a few of them actually come on the stage and share with all of us what their experience with the product was. So here are some of the things that they said. I've seen less gas and less bloating. And so that's really great news for that gut brain connection, right? Because we talked about the need for these metabolites, the short chain fatty acids, to be able to have that clear connection, that two-way dialogue between the brain and the gut. My skin started to clear up was another testimonial. How wonderful is that? The skin is the largest organ of detoxification in the body, and it needs to be able to eliminate any of those toxins that are coming through the body. And so when your skin starts to clear up, you know that your liver is doing a better job getting rid of these toxins as well. My mood has been incredible. So it's not uncommon. That was another testimonial. It's not uncommon for people that are having gut issues to also have mood issues. There's quite a strong correlation there. And one woman said she was sleeping so much better, falling asleep quicker and staying asleep. And she said that that helped her mood because she was getting a more restful night's sleep. And then lastly, I love this one, everything returned to normal, normal bowel movements, and poop is good. So I'm really excited to share that one with you. That's definitely going to be on my shopping list. This is something that you'll be able to purchase in the convention kit, which will be available to buy as that collection on the 1st of October. And then it's going to be in our regular product line as of November 1st. Does anybody have any questions or comments or concerns about PB Restore?
Wow, you've convinced me, Miss Wendy. Let me tell you.
Oh,
when you were first talking about the downside, I was getting very depressed, but
right.
you brought out all of the positives. It sounds amazing.
Yeah, it really does sound like an amazing product. And to consider that there's nothing like it on the marketplace. I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel like I do need support, my digestive system or my skincare. And I'm so reticent to buy things from companies other than doTERRA because they really do all that due diligence and the products are so pure. And we're going to talk more about that during our presentation. So yeah, I mean, I feel like with the deeper dive into the probiotic, it's going to be a more beneficial product. So Kimberly's holding up our next product, and I'm going to go ahead and take my slides one more.
I was going to say this kind of product doesn't seem so glamorous, like when people look forward to like a new external type thing, but it's so important. It's a foundation.
Yeah, well, that's true too. Yeah, that's true too. And some of us have been on a long journey with our health, and we keep trying to address these symptoms. But maybe it really is this gut microbiota that is causing this disruption, with the respiratory conditions that people are dealing with or the digestive concerns. Maybe we really do need to consider that this could be the root cause. Okay, so not too flashy, but absolutely necessary. So they also released a new PB Assist Plus product. If anybody had used those, hang on, let me let Cindy Lou in. If anybody have used those little sachet packets that they had for the probiotic, kind of specifically targeted, I think, to children, but also people that have a hard time swallowing pills. This is another product that they've upgraded. And this is meant as really targeted for your gut microbiome. So it has 7 billion AFUs, which I just learned today is active fluorescent units, which is a more precise measure of viable bacteria as opposed to the CFUs that you see on some products, including our Restore product. There are 13 unique probiotic strains. So that means you can take this while you're taking the Restore product, that it's a complement. And it has a prebiotic fiber. So that means that it's feeding the probiotics, right? That's going to be feeding the probiotics. It comes in a strawberry melon flavor. And again, it's specifically targeting gut and digestive health. It has double the number of strains compared to the previous stick pack. And I'll just say it again, it can be used in combination with the PB Restore. So one of the questions that I had during convention was, oh, here's all this product that we're giving people. When do they take this? When do they take that? And so it was recommended that you take the collagen and the PB Assist stick, which you see here, together, not necessarily in the drink, but you could take the PB Assist powder and then drink your collagen around that mid-morning, before lunchtime. And that you can take the Restore product, which is the pill that we talked about at the beginning, about 30 minutes before you have lunch. And that gives it plenty of time to get into your small intestine and large intestines to help you start making that shift in the microbiome and the environment in which the microbiome thrive. Okay,
And these little PB assists, they're come in sachets, kind of like our MetaPower. They're much smaller. And you can just open it and put it on your tongue. For those of you who have been around a while, do you remember the Lick-A-Maid candies?
Yes.
Open up and pour it on your tongue and it tasted like sugar. That's what you can do that with this, or you can put it in 4 ounces of water and drink it. I've been using the old PB Assist Junior because I had that around the house for extra, with my PB Assist, I would take those once in a while. And also they're great for kids or, people that can't swallow stuff. So anyway, you just put it right on your tongue and it tastes great. And it just complements everything you're doing with the ProBiome product.
And Kimberly, this is supposed to be daily. This is a daily.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Absolutely. You got to keep that gut. 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So if our gut is not healthy and, we're not going to the bathroom and we're not, digesting our food and we don't have the proper bacteria in our body, or we've developed an overgrowth of something else, it throws our whole system off. So it's really important.
Right. And so important to the permeability of the gut. We want to make sure that what stays inside the intestines stays inside the intestines. You don't want to give it an opportunity to work its way through that intestinal lining, find its way floating around into your body, which creates all of those autoimmune concerns that we have. So we don't want that waste to be hanging around in the intestines. You want it to get out of there. So I think that this is going to be a great protocol for all of us to participate in. Okay, let's go on to the next one, which I think Kimberly's going to talk about.
Our beautiful new sleep system, you guys. And how many of you have taken the Serenity before, have used the Serenity to sleep or to calm down or whatever? Yeah, quite a few. And Cindy Lou, I think, has used it. Marcy, how about you? Serenity? Yep. So the Serenity's been around. It was one of our staple emotional oils, and they have not changed the oil. So I got my Serenity in this clever little box. So it's a Serenity Sleep Kit. All right. So when you open up the box, you get a bottle of your Serenity, which hasn't changed at all because it's perfect just the way it is. So you can diffuse that. And, it is a wonderful blend of calming oils like lavender, cedarwood, coriander, ylang-ylang, Roman chamomile, sandalwood, tonka bean, and vanilla absolute extract. And so just diffusing this or putting it on the bottoms of your feet, whatever, is amazing. I will be honest with you, when I first got into doTERRA, I had two businesses and I had a lot of stress in my life. And I used to kind of get, I'm just going to say, I kind of got road rage. And I'd be driving around and I'd get so frustrated by, people driving that I used to carry my Serenity with me in the car. And when I would get upset and I could feel that, gurgling of like, oh, stupid people. And I would just pull out my bottle and I would huff it. I was driving along and I'm like, oh, I need my Serenity. And I'd start huffing it. And I swear to God, I felt that immediate shift in my brain. I could feel it completely calm down my body. That's how powerful this blend was. And it's so funny, I barely ever use it anymore because I don't have that same stressful lifestyle as I used to. So Serenity doesn't really get used much in my home anymore. Wade uses it to sleep. I do put it in my diffuser, but I don't really need it as much. So it's kind of funny how that works. But the Serenity capsules, for those of you who have used these, they're wonderful. Take two about a half an hour before you go to bed. And it's the same exact capsule, except they've added the tart cherry. And the tart cherry, it's just a simple little fix, but that tart cherry supposedly helps with the GABA in our brain. And that GABA, Wendy, do you want to talk a little bit about the tart cherry?
Yeah, sure. So tart cherry has phytonutrients in it. And one of those phytonutrients is melatonin, which is kind of surprising. Melatonin is a hormone that our body makes. It's produced in the brain, in the pineal gland, and it's secreted in response to darkness. And being exposed to light at night can block melatonin production, which is going to throw that circadian rhythm off. And research suggests that tart cherries provide an increase in melatonin that is beneficial in improving sleep duration and quality, and might be beneficial in managing disrupted sleep. So it doesn't make you sleep, but it rises in the evening and it puts you into, I loved this combination of words, quiet wakefulness that helps you transition into a good night's sleep.
And the other thing about the natural melatonin, I can't tell you how many people I've talked to that have sleep issues, and they'll say, oh, well, I take melatonin every night. Melatonin is not meant to be taken every night. And there are a lot of synthetic melatonins. We don't want to do that. What we want to do is support our body in creating its own melatonin. And that's what the tart cherry does. It helps our body to increase our own melatonin levels so that we can sleep, going into that restful state. So that's the difference between the tart cherry and a synthetic form of melatonin. Lastly is the Serenity. Now, this is brand new product. We did not have this before, and it's the Serenity Stick. And what it has is it has the same oils that's in our Serenity blend, right? However, what it does is all those ingredients are added in it's a coconut oil base. So it's this nice silky, creamy stick base. And they've added valerian root to it. And I'm sure some of you, if you've had sleep problems, you've heard of valerian. A lot of times I'll put it in the root in tea, or you can just buy straight valerian root. It smells just like the Serenity, but it just has a little bit more, little kind of earthiness to it. And valerian root has several different compounds that can support sleep. And there's several different compounds. One of the compounds specifically is called valeric acid. And that can affect the GABA in the brain, once again, to help you get a more restful night's sleep. Turn off that GABA, that talking that's going on in your brain. And the whole sleep system is designed to work together. Now, you can order them individually if you already have the Serenity oil, but the kit has all of it. And so you get that beautiful Serenity in there. You get the capsules as well as the stick, and they are designed to work together. It's beautiful. The stick is a small little stick. It's easy to set right next to your bed. And, and you have your Serenity and your diffuser. It's amazing. I just used it a couple nights ago. I should have used it last night because I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a lot going on today. And needless to say, I didn't have the box. I had everything packed and ready to go because I had a 6:40 appointment this morning. So I had it by my door and I went, oh no, I'm not getting out of bed to go dig out my Serenity. And sure enough, I woke up in the middle of the night and couldn't get back to sleep. So the Serenity is an amazing new product. And so our next system, birch, we're going to talk about the birch.
Yeah, this is so much fun for me to be able to share this with you. So previously, when you go to convention and you'd attend convention and you could purchase your convention kit right there in Salt Lake City, you would be gifted with a 5 ml bottle of birch essential oil, but it was not something that you could purchase through the catalog. It was a very limited supply of birch. And boy, doTERRA's really figured it out. So this has been quite a long time in the making. I have in my notes 25 years in the making to get us the birch oil in our product catalog. And we are getting it from Pennsylvania, which is nice that it's here in the United States. But one of the things that they did with the birch oil at this convention was that they used this as a vehicle to talk about the oils that are commercially produced in the marketplace and how they're just fake, adulterated, contaminated. They looked at 27 different commercially available birch oils and found that there wasn't one drop of birch essential oil inside the product. So we're not associated with that type of salesmanship or product development, right? We are not in that commercial vein at all. We are here as doTERRA representatives to promote pure essential oils. And it's actually quite damaging to your body potentially to be putting things on you and in you that are not pure. So one of the ingredients that was in the birch, the faux birch oil, was expired aspirin. They were using expired aspirin to manufacture the methyl salicylate, I guess, that was in this faux birch oil. That makes me really queasy to consider that I'm taking an expired product. I wouldn't do that myself in my own home. So it was all synthetic and fake, and we're happy to be able to bring you birch essential oil. So what does it do for you? Well, I'm going to go ahead and read from my Essential Life book and let you know that it's extremely helpful for connective tissue concerns and muscle injuries. I mean, I think that's the way that I'm most familiar with this product, using it topically, similar to wintergreen and its efficacy. But it's also good for arthritis and rheumatism and gout, muscle pains, fever, bone spurs, gallstones, kidney stones, cataracts, ulcers and cramps, broken bones, and tooth pain. It's got a really kind of fresh and almost minty aroma. It's kind of like wintergreen, but mintier to me. Very cooling on the body, and a very exciting addition to our product line. I don't remember when this one's going to be available. Do you know, Kimberly? Does it start in October?
So you guys, you can, if you don't buy the convention kit, if you buy the convention kit, you get all these products, right? If you don't buy it, there's different dates that everything comes out. Birch comes out October 15th. The PB Restore and the PB Assist, our probiome products, do not come out till November 1st. So if you want them prior, you might want to order the convention kit. The convention kit is designed to even give you greater savings than buying them separately. They always do that. They package it up and, you know, you end up saving even probably 10 to 20% more than you would buying them separately. So the birch oil is amazing. And I am so glad we finally have it. It was such the fact that we could only get it at convention made you not want to use it.
I know.
Yeah, run out of my birthday, I can order it. So anyway, now we can use it, guys. I'm just going to say this because the probiome was a lot of information. We're running way behind today. Normally we try to and do this in a half hour. The next few items we're going to move through much quicker, but we are going to go overboard. So if you do need to jump off, we understand, okay? And we apologize on going a little over. So our next product that we're going to talk about is the Shinrin Yoku. And if you've never heard of that, it's forest bathing. Some of you might have heard of the great practice of forest bathing in Japan. And they created a blend. They wanted to come up with this forest bathing thing. And I thought, oh, how clever is that? It's a unique combination of 11 different oils. And so it's got just really unusual. It's got lemon, magnolia, Siberian fir, cypress oil, cardamom, the hinoki, which the hinoki was the product of the month this month. And it's just a lovely, lovely oil. If you received it, I got mine and I just love it. It's got lavender in it, grapefruit, geranium, and then lemon petitgrain. And petitgrain is, regular petitgrain is similar. It's in the lavender family, but it doesn't smell anything like lavender, but it's got a lot of the same compounds in it. But this is a lemon petitgrain, which I'd never smelled before. Anyway, I am taking a forest bath right now in my van. Iris diffuser. This little thing just keeps pumping and pumping. I've had it for years. It's lovely. So it comes in 2 different forms. It comes in a touch oil, which is always, an affordable way to do it. So you can just roll it on your wrists and, on your nose, whatever, wherever you want it for your own personal fragrance. Or it comes in a 15 ml bottle and to put in your diffuser or on your wrists or whatever. It's a beautiful, calming and grounding blend of oils. It really is. So let me tell you what creates this experience. I got to say, it's very calming. I drank coffee this morning, which I don't normally do. And I had coffee with Shelly this morning. And when I got in my van, I was like, oh boy, I can feel the coffee kicking in. And it's like, right? So this Shinrin Yuko, I thought, well, I'm going to have a forest bath while I'm sitting in my van. And it really is. It's like, oh, I just want to sit here and huff it. It's just really nice, girls. So let me tell you, it contains, first of all, the oils that are in this blend are rich in terpenes and it's called phytoncides. And terpenes have analgesic and anti-anxiety properties, right? Which would explain why I'm coming down from my coffee high. And it also has anti-inflammatory properties. So phytoncides are volatile organic compounds, which are essential oils that trees give off in the forest. And, when you're in the forest, it's just heavenly. If you've ever been like to the Sequoia National Forest or the redwoods, there's just something about it. The smell, and it's a little different there because there are different types of trees. But I don't know about you guys. I'm in absolute heaven and calm as a cucumber when I'm in those forests. It's amazing. And so these trees give off these natural antimicrobial and insecticidal qualities that actually protect the trees from germs and parasites. Okay. So it might also protect us from germs and parasites as well. So it's not to be taken internally. It's just, totally for your forest bathing, meditation, relaxation, chilling, working, whatever. It's lovely. You're going to love it. So
yeah, you can be a tree hugger, even inside your own house.
There you go.
Right? Okay, I'm going to move on to Blue Lotus. And this is a really beautiful essential oil. It's actually an absolute, the way that it's processed. It takes 1 ton of petals to give us 1 kilo of absolute. It's coming to us from China. And it's been 4 years in the making. And I'm really excited to tell you it's exclusive to doTERRA. It's 100% pure Blue Lotus oil. It's a really gorgeous aroma. I have one that I got in the Precious Florals, which is this beautiful little kit that they came out with for Mother's Day a few years ago. And just like with the birch, I've been very sparingly allowing myself to use it. It's really light. It's really pretty mixed with other things. So I think magnolia would be really beautiful. I just love this one. It's really nice with maybe jasmine and a citrus, like wild orange and jasmine. I even think it would be beautiful with frankincense, which I think is pretty with everything. And then the bergamot oil would be pretty with the blue lotus as well.
Mhm.
If you're familiar with Emily Wright from doTERRA, she was kind of like her eyes roll back into her head whenever she talks about Blue Lotus. She's just a really big fan and hugely instrumental in being able to bring this to us. It does have fractionated coconut oil in it, and that's a good thing because it helps to keep the essential oil, or the absolute in this case, on the skin. So there's no evaporative effects. You know, when you put on a perfume or an essential oil, it just disappears really quickly. So this keeps it on your skin for a longer period of time. So I hope this is one that you'll add to your personal aroma signature. It's just a really beautiful oil.
And that one will be available on October 1st, as will the Shinrin Yoku.
Oh, thank you. Okay, do you want to talk about the new toothpaste, Kimberly?
Oh, sure. I thought you were going to talk about it, but we've got a brand. And you know, for those of you who have been using our On Guard toothpaste, it's amazing. And it's amazing for so many different reasons. Number one, it doesn't have warning labels on it that say to take you to the emergency room if you accidentally just. And I just dare any of you, if you're not using doTERRA toothpaste or Tom's Natural, something like that, you need to read the label of the Crest or the Pepsodent or any of those. There's all sorts of warnings on it. Now, why would you want to put that in your mouth if you've got to go to poison control? If
Right.
all right, I'm sorry. There's just, and you know, everybody's has different ideas of the fluoride. By the way, this is our last product we'll be talking about. Everybody has different ideas of fluoride. I choose not to use fluoride, and I have been using the On Guard toothpaste now for, I guess, 11 years. And we have a gal on our team named Carrie, and she's a dental hygienist. And when she got a hold of our On Guard toothpaste, she was like reading the ingredients. She was like, I can't believe this stuff. I mean, she was absolutely amazed at what was in it. She said, this is similar to, this is a better product than our prescription toothpaste that the dentists are putting out there, and half the cost. It helps with gum health. Okay, it's got what's it called?
Hydroxyapatite.
And what it does is it remineralizes your teeth. So it's got whiteners in it as well, so you don't have to do bleaching. It is great for gum health. And I will tell you this, my father-in-law, who is now passed away, but he had so really bad gum disease. And Nikki got him on using the On Guard toothpaste. And by the time he went back to the dentist 6 months later, the dentist was like, whoa, you know, your gums are so much better. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And it was just by using the On Guard toothpaste. But I will say the On Guard, it's got that clove and cinnamon, and you know, it's just that beautiful On Guard taste. But not everybody loves the On Guard taste. Can you imagine? Anyway, a lot of people like the traditional stuff that they grew up with, and that's a mint flavor. So doTERRA last year at convention came out with the new Supermint. I don't know, those of you who have tried it, has anybody tried the Supermint? Just the smell of it? No? Yeah. So it comes, the Supermint comes in a 5 or a 15 ml or a roller ball. And so it's 4 different blends of mint. It's got our regular peppermint. It has Japanese peppermint. It has bergamot mint, and it also has spearmint. So those 4 oils are now in the same concoction, no On Guard. It is called Supermint Toothpaste with the same wonderful ingredients of the hydroxyapatite. It'll clean your teeth. It's healthy for your gums. You know, it just, I don't know that it has the same germ killing factor that On Guard. On Guard just will kill any sort of bad bacteria or whatever. I would imagine this is close, right? But it has that beautiful taste. I haven't tried it yet because I'm an On Guard fan and I haven't opened it yet. But this is our new toothpaste. So that,
And
those,
this is, yeah, and this is what people were asking for. They
Yeah.
want our community wanted a minty toothpaste, right? So it's nice to
they've
be
been
able to
working
bring it
on
to
it
them.
and they deliver.
Yeah, right. So this slide here is just a review of the things that we've talked about today. And then I'm going to go on to the next slide and remind you that you can purchase that whole convention kit on October 1st. I don't know, does it go on an LRP if they buy the convention kit? I can't
No,
remember.
well, you can put it, no, it's a standard order. So if you,
Standard order. Okay.
yeah, you get it because they're giving it to you at such a deep discount. If you are on LRP, you still have to do an LRP order, and then you can do this as a standard order, but it will count towards your volume and you will get points back on it too.
Yeah, it's really great. And if you go into your doTERRA account, this image will pop up, learn about all the new products. And if you click that purple button, learn more about the kit, it can take you to some little classes and some extra information about the product. So hopefully you've gotten some good quality information from us today and that you can see our enthusiasm for the product line. And we are always happy to talk with you if you have any questions about whether these products are right for you, or maybe you want some information about what's in those products. We are happy to help you in that direction. So we're sending you lots of love and look forward to a deep dive into the digestive system that Kimberly and I will be putting together in the future. And we don't have a date for that yet, but that's on our list of things to talk to you about.
Thank you, ladies. This was wonderful. You're
Oh, good. So nice to see you today.
Thank you.
Goodbye, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you stop the recording, Wendy?